Hey everybody, welcome back to the C# Beginner Crash Course series of video tutorials. Kevin's here again. This is going to be the second release of the C# tutorial videos. And with this series of video tutorials, we're going to be using the C# Visual Studio 2005 Express Edition, which is the free edition. If you follow the tutorials that we had in the very first edition of this, you would be able to use this application to do all the programs that we did. So we're just going to basically take C# where we left off and just take it a little bit further and just see where it goes, because these are going to be completely improvised. So the very first thing that we would like to do is we need to download the IDE. So let's open up Firefox here. Once Firefox loads, we're going to come here to google.com and we're just going to do a search here for Microsoft Visual Studio Express and type that in here and let's run the query. The very first hit that we get, MSDN Microsoft.com Visual Studio /Express is the one that we're going to go to. The page that you look at should look something similar to this. We'll scroll down here and we're going to look right here for Windows Development and we're going to find Visual C# 2005 Express Edition. And if we come down here, there's a button that says download, and if you look right down here at the address that shows up, you do see how it says Express/Visual C#. So make sure that that is the place that we're going in. We'll select it. Once we get to the Microsoft Visual C# Express Edition page, we'll scroll our mouse down a little bit, and on this particular date, the website has it set up like this. Download Visual Studio, or Visual C is going to be step 2 here. So we'll select download, and it's going to prompt me to save this vcssetup.exe. And this is actually a very small file. So this is going to be actually an online install, and this program is just basically gonna start it all. So we'll save this file. Okay, it's saved on my desktop by default in Firefox. So let's close everything. And now on my desktop, I see how I have this vcssetup.exe, and we'll launch this bad boy. Alright, welcome to setup screen. So this is just basically a very simple Windows setup application. So we'll just basically follow this. Yes, I accept your terms. And at this section here, we have a couple of other options to download the MSDN stuff or to download the SQL Server 2005. If you do have the time to do so, I would say go ahead and download them, because it's really good stuff that you can play with later on, and perhaps later we'll have some tutorials on how to use the SQL and all that stuff. But for right now, for the basics, for the purposes of this tutorial series, we're just going to download the basic Visual C#. So I'm not going to select any of those. Not going to waste any more time. So here is the destination folder stuff. So now it's telling us what it's going to download and how much space that we need. By selecting install, I am now downloading the Microsoft.NET framework, and after I download that, I'm going to download the Visual C# 2005 Express Edition setup files. So this is going to download all the files it needs, and it's going to install them. Now I'm not going to sit here and make you watch me install this. I will pause the screen and meet up with you guys in just a few seconds. Okay, we're back. Didn't take that long to install, really. So now that we have this installed, we'll select exit. Perfect, and we have no need for this little icon anymore, so let's get rid of that while we're at it. We are ready to start coding. So to open up the Microsoft Visual C# Express, we're going to come over here to the Start button, come over to All Programs, and then right over here we have Microsoft Visual C#. So we'll select this. Excellent, and the IDE is up and ready to go.